first video for my resale shopping, okay? I've been doing it for about a month, a little bit over a month now, and when I tell you I love it, I love it, I love it. I just had, today is my birthday, December 14th, and I just had a 700, I'll say 800 plus weekend, okay? My first weekend I've done this, and it's been a little bit over a month that I've been going into it. So I actually wanted to capture some footage of the stuff that actually had sold over the weekend, but I wasn't feeling good today, so I hurry up and I went and got those packages out of here because I stayed up all night and I knew that I was going to miss the trucks, and I hate missing the trucks. And missing the trucks is when you go drop off your packages to the post office and the truck has already been there for the day. So if the truck has already been there, you might as well wait till the next day. Like, to me, it's closed. If the truck comes at 12 in the afternoon, I consider the whole establishment closed from this point on, because the package won't leave out to the next day. So I like to beat the trucks. So, and you know what? I got up early at, like, let's say I was already up. So I started getting ready and packaging at 8 o'clock because I didn't feel like it yesterday. So I started packaging at 8 in the morning. Now, probably made it there somewhere around 10. The trucks was there. The trucks was there at 10 o'clock in the morning. So I think I made it. Hopefully, I think I made it on the trucks. I think I did. But if I didn't, oh well, because you know 10 in the morning is pretty early, and it depends on what truck is coming to, from what company. But anyway, I had an $800 plus weekend this weekend, so that was the best gift that I could have gotten for any birthday. I was happy to know a product that's gonna, for one, I liked it knowing a product that's gonna give me that much money in a weekend, that I know to keep my eye out for and keep my eye on that category, right? Because when I first started this, I'm a simple girl. I'm not one with the handbags. I'm with shoes, name brand, and all that stuff. I don't need all that stuff. I just like, if I had a Achilles heel, it would probably be shopping for arts and crafts. That's my thing. I would take some money and I would go spend it on making some more money in a way somebody probably else wouldn't. Like, I like doing arts and crafts. That's my thing. Like, I probably move on from it, but this is something that I enjoy spending money on, that I noticed. Some people have bags, some people have shoes. I like arts and crafts. Okay, like for instance, this what you see back here. I decided I wanted to do some tough day, right? So I went out, I got me some fabric, okay? And I was like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna try this. And I actually tried this piece first. And the tufting wasn't coming out right, but oh my goodness, look what I did to it. I put some rhinestones on it, some little diamond things in it, you know, and then now I made this and this, like I made this one day and I made this the next, right? So then I learned, and you can see the difference, the elevation in my trying to learn the craft of tufting that quick. I love tufting. So me trying to learn it that quick. I also, if you go look, I did a video with this. I spent money on this vase. I spent money on rhinestones to try to, you know, because that's where I spend money at. I spend money on things that I like to do so much, not put on and wear. Okay? So, anyways, y'all, I'm going to show y'all a couple of one of my finds was this trumpet. So I go into Salvation Army. The Salvation Army, we look at the case first. And, it's been a month now, so I'm looking at the case. And voila, over to the side is this little section, and it has a trumpet sitting there. So I'm like, how much is it? It's $25. I'll go ahead and grab it. Thinking like, what's the worst that can happen? Type of situation. So go ahead and grab it. And my boyfriend actually looked it up into the store, and we seen numbers. So that got me excited. But when I really began to look at the quality of it, it was pro, but it was like, it was the worst of the best. And if you're gonna come into a situation, that's the least you can have. You can have the worst of the best, and that's exactly what happened with this trumpet. So I ended up selling that for $800. Okay, and I know I could have made at least from the one that I had. It was silver plated, so it was a particular type. Like, it was one of the best that I had caught. So I don't even know if I'll run into it again. Like, it was a one of a kind buy. But it does let me know to keep my eye on those instruments, because they have 3 levels: the practice, intermediate, beginner, intermediate, and pro. Okay, so we'll be keeping my eye out from now on. And even the beginners are still worth a little change. So at the worst, like I said, at the worst I could have made $100, but at the very best you can make $2,000 off instruments. So if you see an instrument, put it in the cart. Second item I sold was a cupcake cookie jar. And I'll put pictures up of this stuff because, like I said, I don't know, I already shipped it off. And I wanted to put it in a video, but I can't. So it was a cupcake cookie jar, and it was about 11 inches high. It was huge, a huge cupcake. But the thing about mine was it had a pink base. I haven't seen the pink bases of them, which probably means I could have held out and sold it for more. But somebody asked me for a deal on it for $30, so I gave it to him for $30. Then another sale I had over the weekend was I had this owl decanter, and it was 1968 Eric Olson, I believe it was, decanter of an owl, brown ceramic, yellow eyes. Like, I will put a picture in the video of this decanter. It is a nice, like, it's a nice jar. But the thing is, it was an alcohol jar, and it ain't no alcohol in it. I sold this thing for like $20. And ever since I've been starting, since I started from an entry level, no experience or anything in this, I've been learning as I go, and tens have been something that's been, I'm going to do a different video on this, but tens have been something that I noticed that you can begin, that you can start with. Tens. No, it's crazy. I can't believe people buying this stuff, but it ain't about me. I learned that a long time ago. When I tried to sell clothes a long time ago, I bought all these clothes of what I would wear, okay? Just to find out that it wasn't about me, so don't learn that the hard way. It ain't about you. So pick what's selling, not what you like, but pick what you like and sell it, if that make any sense. So what else did I sell? Oh, and I made some sales with my TLC, so I'll show you some of that right now. Okay, you got the NutriBurst, you got your ISOT, and NRG, energy. So I've still been making my sales of this. This is what I came into the year on doing, okay, which kind of graduated into the resale space. That's because I was already doing this. So some NRGs this weekend boosted my totals up, and you guys, I'm so excited to, in the first month, understand that the possibilities is even bigger than what I accomplished in reselling in the last month. Now, this $800 was in one weekend. We're not talking about a month. It was in a weekend. So there are certain things that you can find. We'll talk about that in another video. I was going to say that I wouldn't suggest just finding one niche, because if you don't know what you're doing, how you gonna know what's selling? It don't make no sense for me to go out chasing one thing. But if you notice that you like clothes more than do clothes, me, I have a natural affinity for kitchen items, right? And even when I spend money, it will show in my kitchen. And I noticed that a long time ago. I'm like, wow, I'm fascinated with buttons and stuff and all of that. I love kitchen items. So that is one of my top focuses, is kitchen stuff. And it's not shocking. So make sure you tune into the channel. I mean, and it's this thing that they have in the resale world where everything is marked under the bottom, or stamped, or maybe it's not stamped, but it's this big thing, and you have to learn it. You know, it's a subculture. So anytime you infiltrate a subculture, you're gonna have to speak that lingo, and it's gonna be a learning curve to it. So in the middle of that learning curve, I've been learning a lot about these different things, and this different items, and this stuff I never thought of, and this stuff I never thought of, just like with the trumpet. Now I know one of the top brands of it. If I see it, I'm gonna know when I see it again, and I'm not gonna hesitate. Cause the first time I hesitated, like, cause I didn't know. But now that I know, knowledge is power. And I'm gonna show you another awesome find that I found real quick. I'll show you a couple things that I found. And I found this. I believe this is 1950s Sunbeam mixer. Okay. Yeah. 1960 Sunbeam mixer in a box. And y'all, look at it. Brand new. 2 Pyrex bowls. The thing even still has a tag though. These bowls. The original recipe wood. Still got the tag on it. Nice mixer, Sunbeam mixer. Okay. Cord still wrapped. The item's still in the bag, still wrapped together. Like, look at this. It's crazy. They opened the box, went through it, and put it back up on the cabinet and said, you know, we don't need it today, or tomorrow, or next year, or never. Okay, so that was a great find, and it appears you can get. Now, a long time ago, I did try to resell before, so I knew about this mixer. So when I looked down and I seen that this was a Sunbeam mixer, I was like, I already got 2 of those. But I got 2 of those packed away into a storage because I never resold them. So I forgot whether it's 1 or 2. I believe it's 2. But so I knew to grab this when I seen it, and I paid $15 for it. And it's gonna go at least, I'm gonna double my money at least off of this. Okay? And I expect more than that, but how can I leave it there? It's brand new in the box. No. Because I know that with an old wig you can make 60. So what can you do for a brand new one? So I was excited about that. Now, in my coming weeks of reselling, I've also picked up a new interest, and that's what happens. I've been dipping into everything, but slowly I venture out, and then other items become into play. And what I'll do is I'll go look up those items and see what's selling, what's not, so I can know. You know, I'm just doing it slowly. So I've gotten better and better. You can only do anything but progress. That's why I'm going to do my channel, so we can progress together. Here is something else that I found. This buddy is 20 inches. Now it's nothing special, but in Germany I noticed a lot they like to make these pewter, usually they're pewter silverish mugs for drinking beer out of. Never seen it in my life until I started reselling. But they sell smaller versions of this. So when I see this big one, I went on and got it, spent $4 for it. Now I don't know if I'll make anything for this. I'm hoping that I do. But if I don't, oh well, it still was a good buy, okay? In my opinion. It's over the top. It's doing a lot. So one of my new things that I've been liking to pick up recently here and look into recently is lamps. So I found these buddies, and I have 2 of them. 2 Underwriter Laboratories piano. Because this is what this for. This is these are made so the light can be towards the subject of what you're looking at, like piano keys or whatnot, or they also call these bankers lights. So got 2 of these types by a company called Underwriter Laboratories. So I paid about $2 to $4 for these, so it should go for about $40 each. And that's a deal. Okay, so I'm gonna show you one more lamp. And it's this one, see? And I'd have much rather had this one than the one that I made, okay? This is a beautiful vintage brass and glass lamp. And as you can see, it got some peeling. But we'll talk about damage in one of our other videos. But this was a beautiful vase. I mean, not vase, but lamp I decided to get. I bought this for 15 bucks. Now, can you make 45 off of this? Yeah. Now, this lamp stands without a shade at 35 inches tall, which is very tall for, not very tall, but it's tall for a lamp. So, I mean, like it comes to, can't see it, but it's like right here. That's how tall it is without a shade. So thank you guys for coming in and watching my new resale channel. Go check out my other channels below in the description box. JasmineLatishea, where I just do whatever it is that I'm doing. Yeah, which I might upload this video there too for my #1 video. You know, cut it different or something. So it could be 2 different videos. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Once again, happy birthday to me. And you go out and you get you $800. All right. Goodbye.